Greetings of the day to viewers of this video. Welcome back to ptscadexpert and myself, Architect Kumar Kapadia from the city of Surat in Gujarat. And for its course, Master Diploma in Revit Complete Live BIM course, which is a combo of architecture plus structure plus MEP, of which I am the tutor of architectural segment. If you just go to YouTube on the ptscadexpert channel and if you just browse to playlist section, drop down and you will find a playlist saying Revit BIM videos, under which we have enlisted a lot of videos which showcase the modeling of a typical residential villa. At the same time, a couple of them are also talking about parametric modeling stuff. And if you just watch this last video, it shows that complete architecture plus structure rebar detailing follows the detail level of 400, which showcase the modeling exactly in the way a structure is typically elevated on site, starting from that how is a column elevated from footing and joined to beam and slab, and how are all the structural elements joined to architectural elements with its wrapping layers and joint condition. But as you all know that Revit is not modeling only about modeling the 3D interface, but it very prominently and efficiently does model the 2D interface also. Watch this entire tutorial till the end, and if you think that this particular video was worth, then kindly enroll for this course, the next batch of which is going to start from May end or mostly June first week. So talking about tutorial, today's tutorial is going to showcase that how can we design the different types of parametric line styles here in Revit using different template files and different parametric functions. As we all know that in AutoCAD, if we just navigate to the particular line styles and load, then you will find the special types of line styles over here, which shows the integration of text at the same time this particular symbols. Okay, but if you come to Revit and just go to manage, and under this additional settings you have the different line styles which showcase, which reference different types of line patterns which are here. We can design our own also, but all of them follows dash and dot. What if you want to design such line style which has the text integrated to it, and also there's different types of line style which we find in AutoCAD, and also parametrically use them according to our need and our floor plan. For example, if I just go to annotate and say that component and detail component, you see that there are two different types of families: line based, different line style, symbols, and text. And each of them has this different types, that is cold water, gas, hot water, solid base, fence line, circle, square, track, zigzag. So if I just select this and draw a line, you see that this is a parametric line style with integrated text to it, which you can multiply according to your design and your footprints of your floor plan. Not only this, you can change this to a different line style also, that is cold water, or let's say that gas line, and also the color changes, and let's say the solid waste. Okay, any of this. See, this can be cold water. Not only that, you can use this also, fence line circle, a line style which you find in AutoCAD, fence line square. Okay, you can, let's say that, multiply this squares with a complete parametric line style. Okay, and just like that, you can also make this equals to track, look like a track, railway track, or let's say that zigzag. wherein you can multiply this symbol. Okay. So how to create this different types of line styles? At the same time, create a legend of that. For example, I just crop this particular view and drop down. Then you see that I have also created a legend for this particular different type of line style, which I can eventually add to a particular sheet also. See? Okay. So just watch this video till the end. And if you think that this video was worth, then kindly enroll for this course. As I said in my introduction, the next batch of which is going to commence from either May end or probably June starting. Let's learn together and let's grow together. So now quickly without wasting the time, let's start with today's exercise. I just go to new and family. Since I said that this is going to be all about modeling using different template files of Revit and different using different parametric functions. So under this English Imperial, you have this annotation. Under that, you have this generic annotation, this template file. I just open it up. I'll just delete this. And herein, I'm just going to say that create a label, which would be essentially a parameter. What it would be? Letter. It will be a type parameter, and the data type would be text. Okay, and group it under text. That's fine. Okay, and just add it. Get a sample letter. Apply and okay. Fine. I will just select this. Go to edit type of this. Change this color to red. And text size, I'll just say that 0.09 inch, 23 to 53 of an inch. Okay. Now this particular file, generic annotation, I'm going to embed it into another file, family. Again, going to in family templates, English Imperial, and this would be detail item line base, detail item line base family. Open. Okay. And herein, I will just select this particular family one and load that into this particular file. Just put it and close this particular file since it is already loaded here in this particular another file. I will just drop down to this family section, go to annotation symbols and expand this family. Right click and rename this, calling it hot water. Control C, rename and control V. Okay. Now I will come to manage and under object styles, I will create another line style calling it hot water. Subcategory detailed item, that's fine. I'll just change this color to red and drop this down and make this equals to 4 line width and just say that apply and OK. Create, and I will just create one line. I will drop down and find that hot water. Drop down and with pick lines, I will just say that lock and use this reference line and snap a line exactly on that. Okay. I will select this and write HV stands for hot water. Yes. Okay. Now I will select this and you find this visibility parameter. That this button associate family parameter, I will turn to a parameter calling it hot water. It's a visibility parameter. I will keep it as a type, but I will group it under constraints so that would appear on the top when you nest this particular file into the project environment. Okay, and just say that okay. Again, I will select this line, hot water line, and change its visibility to hot water as well. Okay, now I will create reference plane 1 and 2. I will dimension this reference plane from the existing reference plane and turn that into a parameter calling it margin. Go to family types and just change this to, let's say that 3 inch, for example. Not important. We will eventually change this once we net this into the project environment. But with this now, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to say that align, select this reference plane center front back, select this, and let me select this and go to edit family of this. This should be exactly into the center. Yeah, see, this is slightly, yeah. In order to find this reference plane, so load into project and overwrite existing version and parameter, that's fine. And close this, no. Okay, I'll just say that align, and first I will align it vertically and lock. Then I will align it horizontally and lock. But still, somehow I find this, maybe because of the scale. If I just reduce the scale to, let's say, 3/4 of an inch, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now I want to multiply this. So what I will do first is that I will select this particular thing and change, associate this visibility is equals to hot water as well. Okay, and with this now I will just click this and just say that create an array of that. Move to last, click and align. First align it vertically, and next, see there are two lines over here. See, this is the reference plane associated with this particular hot water. You just press tab until you find this reference plane front back, center front back, and click that and click and lock it. Okay, with this now when you select this, you will find this number. Make this equals to a parameter number. That would be instance, and group it under constraints. Or yeah, let's say that dimensions. Let's group it under dimension. And just say that okay. I will select this. I'll come to family types, and you see that this particular number, let's say that 5, apply. You see, it becomes 5, 5 of them. With this now, I just say that apply and OK. This particular file, family 2, which is a line-based detail item template file, has this nested and embedded family, hot water, which is a generic annotation file. I will load this into the project. So file, new, and project. Browse, default, open, and OK. Okay, so this is a fresh new project environment file and reference level. And I will just, okay, first let me just create a couple of cubes over here. Wall and rectangle, finish face exterior, and a couple of them. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, depending upon the scale of your project. Okay, reference level. And with that, I just load this into the project. So see, that family 2 has been loaded here in this particular project. It is a detail item. Where will you find it? Under annotate and under this component, detail component. So you will find that here. Okay, family 2. And I will just say that 1, and with change checked on, you can just draw that particular line and snap it to wherever you want in your project. Okay. Now this line is completely parametric. In a way, you see this junction. I will select this particular line and go to edit type of this. I'll change this to 1 feet and say that apply. Okay. 18 inches. Yeah. So that will leave a line, a space over here, and then it will start computing. You can lay that according to your need. Now let's say that within this segment, I want 12 of them. Then that will multiply to 12. Within this segment, I want 15 of them. That will multiply to 15, but this is too dense. So I will just stick it at 10. Okay. Now what if you want this one family to parametrically adapt to other texts? For example, cold water, or gas line or solid waste, what to do? So I will come here, this family 2. I will come to the, sorry, one step I forgot. Drop down and under annotations, not on annotations, I guess that under detail items. Detail items, you will find this. Yes. So you have this family. Just rename it, calling it hot water. Control C and rename Control V. So if we make any changes to this particular family, but eventually, yeah, sorry, I was not going to make that changes over here. Doesn't matter. So I will just select this particular hot water, or actually not hot water, but line base, line styles, text. Yeah, this, sorry guys, I just missed it. Okay. So this is having one hot water. I will just right click and open up that particular file. Now I want another line style within this same family that can parametrically adapt and change. So I will just come here to family types and first change this particular thing to, let's say that 3 inches, apply and okay, that's fine. I will select this SA. SA will select all this text and I will just temporarily hide it. Select this line as well and hide it as well. Now coming to family types. We have already hot water designed. I will create one more type, called it cold water. Okay, and just say that apply and okay. Now this particular file has this nested family of hot water. I will edit that and open that as well. And I will just make a save as of this family. And on desktop, I will save it as not hot, but cold water. Okay. Select this particular letter, go to edit type of this and just change this color to blue. Apply and okay. And this particular thing, letter, I will just change it to cold water. Apply and okay. Fine. Or actually, it doesn't matter. Even if you put this blank, let's say that nothing, apply and okay. And then nest this particular cold water into that particular file, line based line style text, and just say that okay. Clear? And it will appear here as a question mark, but doesn't matter. Here you can say call it cold water. Yes. Fine. With this, now you see that you have another nested and embedded family within this line style text. This is cold water. So select this and first step before doing this, let's follow the hierarchy. So let's go to manage and object styles. And under this, you have your hot water design, detail items, hidden line. And here we are supposed to, or just a second, guys. I'm just, yeah, okay. This is the text file. Okay, yeah, fine. So here only within this particular different types of line styles. Yeah, okay. So I will just go to manage and I was going correct. Sorry. Objects, styles, and new. And I will call this cold water. And that would be equals to blue. I'm just saying that okay, apply and okay. Fine. So now create line, and drop down and you will find your cold water, which is of the blue color. Just say that pick line and with lock checked on. Again, hover your mouse onto this reference line and create that line. But that didn't appear properly. Yeah, because manage object styles, I forgot to give it a line weight. Cold water to be of the intensity 4. Apply and OK. So now, yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Okay. Select this line and again create a visibility parameter. That should be equals to cold water. Okay. Yes, no parameter, type parameter will group under constraint and just say that okay and okay. So now if you go to your family types, you will have two of them. So for this cold water, I will uncheck this hot water. And for this hot water, I will uncheck this cold water. And just say that apply. Okay. And cold water, yeah, that's right. Apply and okay. And also select this and change its visibility to cold water. Now use that same process, lock and lock. Okay. Select this and create an array of this from here to here. And just say that align, lock, and press tab and select this reference plane center front back and this reference plane associated with that text. Then select this and change this equals to number. That's fine. Clear? So now this line style, line based line style text has two nested families, cold water and hot water, which I will load into the project and just say that override existing version and its parameters. Clear? So this will again change to default. But what can you do is that select this, and if you drop down, you can change it to cold water, and that will adapt to that line style with that color and with that text, which is also complete parameter. You can change this to whatever depending upon your footprints of floor plan and change this to as well line style. Okay, clear? This can also go to 2 feet of margin and then yeah, multiply this text or reduce the number, whatever. Clear? So this is how you can create different types of line styles, parametric line styles with different using different parametric features and functions of Revit. Now this with this same process, you can also integrate this gas line, same process and solid base. So see, if I select this particular line, if I press tab, well, why am I not able to? Oh, this is sheet. Sorry. So coming here to load plan, and if I select this particular line and go to edit family of this, you will see all the integrated and nested files within this. If you drop down, you have cold water, gas, hot water, and solid waste. All of them are designed using the same process and same modeling. Okay. Now coming next to this part, that how to design this circle, square, this railway tracks, and this zigzag. Okay. So let's come here and this particular, I will just delete this cold water and hot water from here because I'm just going to use the parameters of this file. So that's why what happened. No, I don't want to open that. I just want to get rid of it from here. So delete and delete. Okay. Also delete this line HR and delete this hot water line also. And this should be the reference line. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Change this, rename this to fence line square and rename this to fence line circle. Okay. Apply and okay. And keep this particular file open and just make a save as of this family. Just get rid of text and call it line style symbols. Yes. Okay. Now opening that template file again, which new and family. Family templates, English Imperial, annotation, and generic annotation, and open. delete this. Now this time I'm not going to create and label, but what I'm going to do is that create and first is that manage and under object styles. Yeah, that's fine. This is correct. So create and line. And I will just say that a circle, which would be 0.05 inch. Okay, 13, 125 of an inch, 250, 13 dash 256 of an inch. Okay, that's fine. For this particular circle, what I'm going to do is that create and a filled region. The filled region, I'll just go to edit type and I'll rename it, calling it solid red. Just change this color to red. Apply and OK. Pick lines, pick this and just say that finish. So that would create this small red dot. Okay. This family 3, I will load into line base, line style symbols, template file, and just put it. Okay. I will just close this, drop this down, and I will call this rename fence line circle. A line style that we have in AutoCAD. I'm just trying to make that rename and done. Okay. Come to manage and object styles. Get rid of this or rename this, calling it fence line circle. Okay. And this would be, we are going to do it later, but since I have opened, so let me just fence line square. Okay. This would be red and okay. Apply and okay. So I will just say that create line. I will drop down and fence line circle. Pick lines. And with that, with lock checked on, I'll click this. But manage object styles. Yeah, fence line circle is 4. Yeah, because of the line weight, I was not able to. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Then I will use the same process, modify and align, lock, lock. Select this array, next, escape, align, first vertically and then horizontally. Okay, since it is an array, so you will find this number 5. Okay, you can multiply as many you want. Okay, and now before nesting this particular file, I want to create the one that is square also. So edit, make a save as of this family, call it square dot RSA. That's okay, fine. And just turn off the line weight, create, manage object styles, and no object styles is fine, but this particular field region, this tab. But anyways, first I will just edit line and rectangle. But in order to create that particular rectangle, I need some references. And I will create that references. And then I will just say that create line rectangle from here to here. And I will delete this lines. Okay. And I will press tab and select this particular field region. Delete this line and then select this field region and delete that as well. And create an field region. But this time I will edit type and rename this, calling it solid blue. Change this to blue color and this to blue as well. Apply and okay. Rectangle and just say that finish. Okay. So this particular load into project, line base side. Yeah, that's fine. Put it over here and close this. Okay. This particular symbol square. First, I will select this and HH. Hide this. Select this SA. That will select all of them and HH. Okay. Create line. We have already created that particular line square, fence line square. Pick and with lock checked on, select this and with and it is locked. But just don't forget to visibility graphics override and pass on this visibility parameter to, oh, it's still reading hot water and cold water. Oh, yes. So I need to go to family types. And for this, if this is the fence line circle, I will just say that this would be fence line circle. Okay. And we can call it just FC. FC, edit, FC. Okay. And this would be edit FS. That is fence line square. Okay. So for this particular circle, I forgot that where did we snap this visibility to? Mm, I just click undo a couple of times until I find this and select this particular group first and just say that ungroup, select this visibility and whoa, I forgot to pass on the visibility of this particular symbol and even this line. Okay, okay, fine. So it doesn't matter. So what I will do is that I will just come here and first this is fence line circle and this is fence line square. So this I would just edit and call this fence line circle FC and this I would edit and call fence line square FS. Okay, so within that fence line circle, FC is clicked on and within fence line square, FS is clicked on. Apply and OK. So I will select this and change its visibility equals to fence line circle FC and also all of this visibility to FC. Okay, and then I will just HH and hide them, HH and hide them. Okay, and just say that create lines. I will fence line square pick and then this lock checked on. Now this visibility should go to fence line square FS. Okay, and just say that align. But before that, before I forget, uh, press tab and select this particular family. Fence line square, yeah, that's selected. Change this visibility to FS, fence line square. Okay, and then just say that align. You'll not be able to see the reference plane because that is also blue in color. But if you will snap, then it will snap. Okay, select this and just say that create an array of that. Okay, again, align. We have already passed on the parameter. So since this is an array, so we don't need to pass it again. And change this number to 5. Clear? So again, we have created two nested families, two types within this fence line square and fence line circle. I'll just change it to circle and apply and OK. And turn HR. Okay, the visibility is turned on. In template file, you will be everything will be visible. But once you will load this particular file into the project, you will realize that 1 and 2 and might be there is some problem within the locking fence line square. Yeah, see, this is acting perfect. Okay, see, this multiplies 10. And if I just go to edit type of this and just say that 1 feet, apply, Yes, this is working perfectly. This is not. The cold water is not. So I will open up that particular file and let me check where is it wrong. I will select this and H8 hide this. And the problem lies within this. So SA and just delete it, and fence line circle. I just load it again. Select this and its visibility should be equals to fence line circle, and which type we are in right now. Yeah, fence line circle. Align this to this and lock. There might be problem within the locking only. So just array this. Okay. And press escape, lock and lock. Okay. And select this and change this to number 5. And I hope that this line is already snapped. This line is the fence line circle 1. Fence line square, I will just say that HH, and this is fence line circle. So yeah, that is snapped. Okay, clear. And just say that HR and just load this back into the project, override existing version and parameters. So now if I just change this to, let's say that fence line circle, yeah, see, we got it perfect. So there is only within parametric modeling, there is only issue of locking and constraining it. That's it. Okay, so see, now within this, you can make it equals to 5 and make this equals to 15 or whatever you want. Okay, and just say that CS that is create similar, and you can create, and depending upon the length of the line, you can just reduce this number of circles. Okay, and that is how we make this complete parameter. Okay, so the last two line styles, that is this and this, I will just explain you, because that is nothing that uses known asset files, but that has been designed itself there. For example, if I select this and go to edit family of this, let me just select this particular, you see, this SA and HH, sorry, I was supposed to select this SA and HH, also this red HH. Okay, so you see that these are the tracks, lines of tracks, which has been referenced to this particular. Let me just hide this as well. See, these are the lines of the track, which are 3 inch over here and 3 inch over here. This is the line of 6 inch. It is a edit group. See, this is the line of 6 inch. Okay, which has been logged to this particular reference plane inset. And then that particular line had been arrayed with this to last. And then the number parameter within this has been given the number parameter, and the computation remains the same. Okay, FC, FS, TK for track line, and ZZ for zigzag. And the zigzag line has also been created the same way. Okay, so that sums up that how can you create this different types of line style here in Revit using parametric features and functions of Revit. Okay, and with this, you can just say that legend. Okay, and just come here to, let's say that annotate component, legend component, and detail legend component, I guess. Okay, detail component, sorry. Yeah, and there's different types of line styles. One, and just reduce the number. Let's say the two of them. Okay, just make a copy of that. 2, 3, and 4. Change this to hot water, cold water, this to gas, and this to solid base. Just add a relevant text over here. Okay, give it a boundary using annotate and the detail line, rectangle. Okay, and add your text here, and that is the same way I've created this particular legend. Okay, and this particular legend you can add to a particular sheet. Okay, so that concludes today's exercise. So if you find this tutorial interesting, then kindly enroll for this course, the next batch of which is, as I said twice, I'm repeating it thrice, uh, is going to commence from either May end or probably first week of June. So enroll and let's learn together and let's grow together. Bye and have a good day.